Hello, welcome to another episode of My Lively Diary. I'm sorry I haven't been on in a while. A story that has been on my spirit is the story of Joshua and Caleb. You can read about the story in Numbers 13 through 14. I'll be reading from the ESV version, but basically the story goes that sent 12 spies out to the land that God promised them. When the spies returned, most of them gave a bad report. They were faint with fear because of the men that were in the land were actually giants. A spy named Caleb tried to encourage the other spies. In Numbers chapter 13, verses 30 through 33 in the ESV version, it says, "But Caleb quieted the people before Moses and said, 'Let us go up at once and occupy it, for we are well able to overcome it.' Then the men who had gone up with them said, 'We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we are.' So they brought Israel a bad report. Later on, it said, 'We seem to ourselves like grasshoppers in their sight.' Caleb tried to encourage them. 'But God, I'm scared. The problem is bigger than I can handle. But God, the world is bigger. I can't overcome this. God, I can't do it.' In Numbers chapter 14, the sad saga continues with God cursing the Israelites. He said 40 years will go by and a whole generation will die. Everyone except the generation of Joshua and Caleb. Only Joshua and Caleb will possess the land. Moses tried to warn them to not go and fight in battle, but in the next part, they went anyway. Moses said, 'Why are you transgressing against the Lord? Do not go up and fight, for the Lord is not with you, lest you be struck down by your enemies. You shall fall by the sword.' And they did. The Israelites went down to fight to possess the land of promise, even though God had already cursed them. What makes me so somber about this story is how it relates to us. How Jesus will one day come and split the skies, but some of us, because we are too scared to fight, we won't make it. God, I'm scared of what others may think of me. God, I'm scared you won't be with me. I'm scared of what people will say. I want to give up, God, because the fight is too big, too hard. I promise I'll fight another day, God. But there will come a day that God will shut the door and He will no longer fight for us. If we don't resolve to fight for our minds, our souls, and our spirits, then God will not help us in the day of His coming. I will close with this verse. Seek the Lord while He may be found, and call upon Him while He is near. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 6. His mercies are new for us. Today, His kindness extends to everyone. God wants us to fight. He wants to fight your battles. He wants to care for you. He wants us to not wrestle with flesh and blood. It's time. It's time to dust off our swords. It's time to fight.